Now let's talk about the one who doesn't have any God. When I was visiting Denmark and Sweden several years back, they were proud to tell me that their governments are set up such that they are #1 in the world for providing for the people. Their socialist government is so good, it provides for the people to the extent that from the time you're born until the time you die, the government is taking care of you. What do you need? The government has got you right here. And from the time you wake up in the morning till the time you go to bed at night, the government's got you covered. Need education? Government's got you covered. You need job placement? Government got you covered. Need a place to stay? Government. Food? Government. Lose your job? Government. Want to get married? Government. They didn't fix that one yet. They were telling me that the governments there really have it together. And I noticed it was very clean. Very, very clean. I mean, it was the people kept everything up. Actually, the government sends these trucks and stuff out and clean up everything. And they were telling me some of their other social things. And one of the things they mentioned, and I didn't ask them this, they just said, well, maybe because of my clothes, I don't know, but they said, you know, we were the last ones to accept Christianity and the first to kick it out. Maybe they thought they would impress me. I'm a Muslim, and they would say, like, you know, you probably don't like Christians. Well, they don't know me very well. After Muslims, Christians are closest to us. But that's beside the point. They're telling me we don't believe in any God at all. And smiling like, see, we're smart, we're sophisticated, we're modern. I said, okay. And by the way, I've got my camera. We're doing our TV show. So when I do the camera thing, I don't try to tell the people what to say. Otherwise, you know, what benefit is that? I want to get it from them. Talk to me. I want to hear what you have. And while we're at it, the man's telling me, oh yeah, and we're #1 in the world for suicide. Go ahead. You know, I'm giving the motion. Just keep talking. But I'm almost choked. This is something you're proud of? Now, I was in Stockholm, Sweden, which is a city of islands, many bridges. And we were standing on one of the pedestrian bridges at the time that he was telling me this stuff. He said, in fact, the bridge that we're standing on right now, do you know what it's famous for? I said, I don't have a clue. Go ahead and tell us. He said, people jumping off and killing themselves. I said, what a nice bridge. And he said, you see the chain link going way up. It was about 10, 12 feet up, and it came back over the top of us like that. He said, that's so the people can't climb up it and crawl over. He said, but they do anyway. And I was thinking, how horrible. You know. So I tried to peer through the chain link and look down, and when I did, I said, there's no water. There's a freeway. He said, that's right. If the fall doesn't kill you, the truck will. We went to a city called Örebro. And when we went to Örebro, there was a big mountain there that was brown. It was a brown-colored mountain. It had no trees, nothing on it. It was sort of rounded. And I just casually mentioned, you know, in my stupid humor, I said, you know, it looks like a giant toasted marshmallow. And they laughed and they said, you know what it's famous for? I said, I don't know. He said, people jumping off and killing themselves. I was trying to understand why people would kill themselves and why they would think that was such a great deal. What is so fantastic about it? And they kept insisting about their #1 also for the most atheists. I was thinking, ooh, is there any correlation between these two subjects? Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. These are the three that all claim, each one says, we're number one in suicide. And one of them says, well, we would be number one, but we don't have as big a population, so population-wise, we're still better than those guys. For killing themselves. This isn't really funny. I'm serious. This is scary when you're sitting there talking to somebody and they're telling you this stuff. And when I had a chance to address one of the audiences, and I was talking with them, I asked them, do you have any atheists? And so many of them raised their hand. So you don't believe in anything. You'd see the face, they'd kind of look like, I guess not. Nothing to believe in. I said, is it true that Christianity used to be her strong and then you guys kicked them out? They go, yeah. I said, I wish you would, if you don't want to be Muslims, at least bring Christianity back. Bring something back. Because with nothing at all to believe in, then when you have the calamities and the catastrophes in your life, what do you have to turn to but the government? And if the government can't help you, then what will you do? Jump off a bridge. And that's the answer. That's scary. That bothers me. I said, I really wish you guys would think about something, you know, even if you want, you know, some magic potion or something to believe in. A lucky horseshoe or a lucky rabbit's foot. Have you ever heard of a lucky rabbit's foot? Have you really? Have you ever thought about that? Here's a rabbit going on crutches going, it wasn't lucky for me.